guys, welcome to my channel Art Saga and to the new tutorial video how to draw drafting views. Before we start, please like and subscribe this channel and this video so I can make more video for you guys. So let's start. So what is a drafting view? Drafting view is a view where you can draw 2D elements at any detail level. Detail levels are coarse, medium and fine. Using 2D detailing tools such as detail lines, region, detail components, detail group, insulation, symbols, text and dimensions. So how I can draw a drafting view? So I have drawn a drafting view here which is a window jamb detail. It is made all by 2D drawing elements and no 3D elements are used. So how I can draw this? So in plinth level, if I go to my window, I have drawn a drafting view of this section. So how I can draw it? I will go to view and I will find drafting view here. I'll just click it here and a new drafting view tab will open. It will ask me to rename it. I will say it window jamb detail. I will say OK. And in project browser you will see drafting view detail and a window jamb detail will activate here. So whenever you open Revit, this tab will not activate directly. Now I have already drawn one window detail here, that's why it is showing it before itself. Before drawing it you cannot see it. So now this is visible and in window jamb detail I have a blank space now. So now I have to create detail like this. So in plinth level I know my wall thickness, my plaster thickness, my jamb thickness and my window frame thickness and the glass thickness. I'll just go to my window jamb detail and this is a blank view. Now if I go to architecture, so all my 3D tools would not be visible here. So you cannot draw any 3D drawing in a drafting view. So I'll go to annotate and these are my elements which are active now. So I'll just select detail line. After selecting detail line, a modify section tab will activate just like whenever you draw anything else. Modify section tab always activates. So I'll just select line and now I know my wall thickness is 230 mm. So I'll just draw a line here. I'll give thickness of 230 mm and I'll just finish the detail line here. Now I know I have a plaster on the wall which is 12 mm thick. What I'll do, I'll just go for a command offset. I'll press OF, my offset from the wall. So my thickness, plaster thickness is 12 mm. I'll just go and offset 12 mm on this detail line. If this is not joined, use trim command and join the lines. So my wall is ready now. So we are halfway to the process that our wall is ready. Now I have to draw a window jamb. So I'll just select again DL, which is detail line. I'll just draw a line from here, let's say 60 mm. I'll just draw it again, let's say 180. I'll select 30 mm here or 25 and we are done here. You can also adjust after drawing. So if I want this jamb to be bigger, I can adjust it like that. So now I want to draw my window frame. What I'll do, I'll just select DL again, select rectangle and I'll draw my window frame here. So this is not very accurate. I'm just showing you how you can draw a detail. So the dimensions are not very accurate. So now I want to draw a glass. So what I'll do, I'll just draw a line from here, give thickness of, let's say I have a 6 mm glass and this is my glass thickness. Now glass would go inside the frame. So what I'll do, I'll just create a niche in the frame. Again I'll draw DL. I'll create a niche. Again the dimensions are not very accurate. I'm just drawing it to show you. I'll just put the glass inside the frame. Now what I'll do, in modify I will just split this and trim it. So I'll just use split command and I will trim this 2 lines. Now here is my detail which is ready. As per this detail, I have added some hatch over the wall thickness, the plaster thickness, the window jamb and the window frame. So how I can add hatch here? In AutoCAD we used to say it hatch, but in Revit hatch is called a region. So you can find region again in Annotate tab below the detail line. So the shortcut for filled region is REG. Revit does not give a default shortcut for filled region, but to save time, I have created my own shortcut which says REG. To know how you can create shortcuts or give shortcuts to any different commands, please visit my tutorial. I will add link in the description and you will know how to add shortcuts other than Revit gives you. So the modify section tab will activate when you press on region. So again the region, same commands will be there and you just have to draw it. So I want to draw region on this side on the wall thickness, so I have to give hatch of brick. So I'll just draw some lines and I will go to property section tab. Now there are some default hatches given by Revit, but you can also create your own hatch. So I have created a big brick hatch here and I will also tell you how you can make new hatch. So I have selected brick hatch and I will select OK here and my brick hatch is ready. So my wall has a hatch now. So how you can create a new hatch? So I will go to property again, just like when you create a wall or when you create a door type, when you create a floor type, you always go to edit type and you duplicate the pattern or you duplicate the element. So now I want again, I will say brick hatch. So I'll say brick hatch, I'll say number 2. So the name should not override each other. I will say OK. When I do brick hatch, the pattern is not changed. So I have to give some pattern to the brick hatch now. What I'll do, I'll just go to foreground filled pattern and the brickwork is selected. You can select any different pattern for your brickwork. So ideally brickwork use this pattern. So let's try to use some different pattern also. So after clicking on it, fill pattern tab will activate and you can select any pattern from here. So if you have a wood hatch, you can select a wood pattern. If you have plaster, you can if you have concrete, you can select concrete. So I'll just cancel it. So for brick hatch, I've selected brickwork pattern. Now I want to give region to my plaster. So I'll again select REG, which is a shortcut for region. In modify section tab, I will select pick lines now. And I've just picked the lines where my plaster is. So my plaster is from here, here and here. I'll just close the loop. I'll just draw it from here and the loop of the region is closed. I will say OK. Again, I don't have a plaster hatch here. It has selected brick hatch. No problem. Just drop down it and select plaster from here. Again, I have made plaster. Revit does not give you a default type for plaster. I have made one. Now I want wood pattern on this jamb detail. I will again select REG. Select pick lines. I'll just pick it quickly and now I'll just trim it so it will have a complete loop. I will drop it down and select wood here. I will say OK and my jamb has a wood hatch now. Again for this I will just select pick lines. I'll just quickly select all my lines here. The loop is completed. The hatch is wood. I will say OK. The wood hatch is ready for the detail. Now my detail is complete but still yet to have dimensions and text. So before doing that, what I have done, I have added a break line here. So how you can add it? I will go to window jamb detail again and I will go to component. So component is a detail component. I will just select detail component, go to properties and just drop down and you can check for break line here. If break line is not listed here, you simply go to load family and you go to this folder in the Revit default library and you go for detail items. Now I'll just click on detail items and I will go to division general, the number 1 folder, and I'll select break line and I will say open. When I open it, I can see the break line would be listed here. So I'll select break line now. As soon as I hover my mouse, I just have to press space bar and place it here. Now I want to add break line on this side as well. So I'll just add break line here. So this is wrongly placed. I'll again press space bar and align it to my view. So break line is a continuation line. While giving any detail, we generally use these lines. So our detail is ready. Now we are left with our dimensions and our text. So again in Annotate you can find text here and you can change the thickness, you can change the text height from here. You can make new text and change the text height by duplicating it, renaming it and changing the text size. So right now my text is 2.5 mm. I'll just click and write 230 mm brick wall. My text is ready. Now I want to give arrows. So I have to select on text and in modify section I can see some arrows here. So I want my arrow on left side, so I will select left arrow and the arrow would be visible now. And I will just drag my mouse and adjust the leader so it looks nice. So this is my 230 mm brick wall. Now I want to give the text to my plaster also. What I'll do, I'll just go again to text. You can see a blue dotted line, so all the text would be aligned on this line. So I'll just draw it, keep the mouse here and I'll say 12 mm plaster thickness. I will say OK, select the text again, add a left side leader and hover my mouse and drag it towards the plaster and adjust the leader. So now we will go and add dimensions. Our modify section, again it will activate and you just have to add some dimensions. So let's say I want to add the wall thickness here. This thickness is with the plaster. I will add wall thickness with my plaster thickness. So this is my wall thickness. I will add jam thickness here. This is overlapping, so you can adjust the leader and the dimensions. I will just quickly give the dimensions here. So it's the jam thickness, the frame thickness, and likewise you can give all the dimensions here. Now I want to add the view name here. Again what I'll do, I'll go to text, I'll select, I'll say window jam detail and just increase the text height and the window jam detail is ready. So I have not done much of the detailing here. I just showed you guys how you can draw a drafting view by using 2D annotation tools. Now if you have a detail already which is ready and which is in CAD and you want to import it and draw some detail lines over it, you can also do it. So what I'll do, I'll just right click on this detail. I will duplicate this view with detailing and another drafting view is created. I will just delete this and create a blank space here and I will rename this as, let's say, my CAD import. So I will import my CAD file on this drafting view. So how you can import a CAD? You will go to insert and use import CAD here. So do not use link CAD. You can also use link CAD, but it's better to use import CAD. So I'll just import CAD and I'll select this file. So now I have imported the file, but I cannot see my file here. So what I'll do, I'll just press my scroll button twice and it would adjust the view scale here. Before just directly drawing lines over this CAD file, first you just adjust the scale. So if I go and see the dimensions, this is 650 mm. If I go and draw it, the scale is very high. It is 16510. So now I need to scale it. Now I will teach you how you can scale it. So I'll just select a detail line DL and draw a detail line of 650 mm here. So I'll just draw 650 mm line here. So you can see a line is drawn from this point to 650 mm, which is this height. Now I will use scale command and scale it. I will select this CAD file, go to modify section tab and use scale command. So shortcut is RE. So the element was pinned, that's why you cannot scale it. I will again select the element, unpin the element again and go to scale command now. So now here was our 650 mm line. Do not select that line, just select the point, again this point. So basically the view height is 650 now. I'll select the second point and bring it down to the line which I have drawn on Revit, which is actually 650 mm. I will select OK here, and now our view is scaled to 650 mm. This was the line which I have drawn here. So we have scaled our drawing to the actual length in Revit. So this is 650 mm now. If I check my dimensions, this is 650 mm, this is 500 mm. So we have scaled it correctly. Now this is our CAD file. I just simply have to draw some lines over it and make a detail. So I'll use DL and quickly draw some lines. You can also pick lines and draw some lines on the CAD. So I'm just picking lines quickly and drawing it. Now we had a dashed line here. I've just selected by pick lines and it was thin lines. I will just drop this down and select hidden lines. So these are hidden lines now. Now if you want to see how much lines you have drawn, simply isolate the category and you can see this many things you have drawn on the elevation or the section of the CAD. I'll go back again, keep selecting the lines and create my whole sectional view like this. So after just drawing this, I have to add some region here. I will select region again. I will just select rectangle. I will add break lines by using detail component. So this is my concrete hatch. I will select concrete. I will say OK. I'll just increase this side from here. I'll just go to annotate again, add detail component and break line. Press space bar and add detail component here. I can also give my dimensions just like those which are in CAD. I'll keep it here. This is 850 and this is here. I can also add text. So let's say this is RCC slab. I will select this and add a leader. I'll just drag the leader. Right now it is okay if it is overlapped. Later you have to just select it and delete it, and again your view will be ready. I'll just Ctrl Z it. Now I want to add a line here again. This is the bottommost part of the section. I'll just draw a line. So now I can see CAD had a red line, but while I was drawing a detail line, it was in black in color. So I want a red line in my Revit also. So what I'll do, I'll just select this line and use Ctrl and select all the three lines which I wanted to have red color. Now I will right click on the line and go to override graphics. Now you have three options here: by element, by category and by filter. So element is only the part which you have selected. So right now we have selected three lines. So element would only change those three lines. If I select category and the view specific category graphics will open, I want to just change the color. I will go to color and in category if I change it to red, my all detail lines which were used by thin lines would change to red. I don't want that. I just want the element. So I'll just Ctrl Z it, select all the three lines and select right click, override graphics by elements, go to color and select red color here and say OK apply and OK. So if I just hide my CAD, I can see I have drafted a red line. So you can have any color by using override graphics tools. So today we have learned how to draw drafting views and how to import CAD and draw some lines over it. In next video we will learn more about drafting views, we will learn about detail views, we will learn about callouts and how to add those callouts on our sheets. So stay tuned for my next video and like and subscribe my channel. Thank you.